Great. We are live. What is going on, live stream? Got to do a microphone test. 1, 2, 3, baby. The place to be. What's up? Thank you guys for spending your Sunday night with me. Really appreciate it, y'all. And let me just open up the comments while I wait for people to kind of come in tonight. And dude, this week has been pretty freaking, well, I always say this, been pretty freaking crazy for me. Just because I just recently found out that I'm actually moving pretty soon. So been really, kind of been packing up and stuff like that, donating a lot of different things right now too. If you guys didn't know anything about moving, it's a pain in the ass. I haven't moved for like 3 years, so I have a lot of stuff and I'm trying to sell a lot of stuff too right now. So it's been kind of rough. On the good note, thank you for that like, by the way, but on a good note, I actually have my YouTube videos uploaded for the next 2 weeks. So I've been creating a lot of content, like on this personal channel and my video for kickassinvesting.com/YouTube. It's gonna come out tomorrow, man. I've been working on a lot of different things. Hope my Pornhub doesn't pop up, but here we go. Take a look at this. First video is coming out for Kick-Ass Investing. If you go kickassinvesting.com/checklist. Dude, I've been working on this all weekend, trying to figure out digital marketing and all that. I just created a 12-point checklist. Really great stuff, man. Hopefully you guys can support my channel. Would really appreciate it, y'all. But yeah, those are the shameless plugs for today. Yo, Tom and I are driving around. Big up to Tom and Zach. No, it's really funny too. So Tom and I were actually at a gala last week, and one of my friends, you might know her. She has Asian Boss Girl like podcast or whatever, but actually secured the domain name for Asian Business Guys. I want to do a podcast in the future, maybe a 10 series or something with like Zach and Tom and all that. That'd be pretty cool. If not, I thought it'd be I think it was a pretty cool concept, but I just bought the domain for that, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, big ups, man, for that move. I'm moving to St. Louis from Texas to work at TD Ameritrade. Stay grinding. #NoCap. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I don't really want to move that much. I really love my area, especially since I really got settled doing, so I started this week. I actually started doing Muay Thai. I went like how many times did I go? 2 or 3 times this week. And I've been going to yoga every single day since Friday. So been feeling hella hyped. And I realized ever since I've been doing those things, adding those 2 extra exercises on top of lifting, on top of everything, man, I've been just so energized, man. Like I feel like I have this unrelenting like energy available, guys. So it's been really cool with that, man. So, but I'm not gonna lie, closing has been pretty brutal, y'all. We got fire Vote girls with us, Viet girls with us. That's awesome, man. You got hot Viet girls with you. Actually, I love Vietnamese girls. They are like those. I love, for some reason, I'm always attracted to like the ABG type of girls, man. So I just thought that was always funny. Almost at 10K. Keep up the good work, says JC the Black Guy. Thanks, man. You know, honestly, I probably could have hit 10K a lot sooner, but I honestly didn't really put in the work. And a lot of time, that's one pattern I noticed. When I get really close to something, all of a sudden I'll shut down. But one good thing about me, I never give up long term. So like I got back on the horse. I actually started shooting some more videos earlier this week, and just like kind of decreasing the pacing. Since I don't have a YouTube manager anymore for this channel, I've kind of dialed back everything, and I'm just like more conservative now with my time. I just do 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's a set schedule I'm going to do and commit to. And then with Kick-Ass Investing, make it rain Mondays, baby. And so I'm going to be posting on Kick-Ass Investing at least once a week on that channel too. So for investing stuff, maybe for about 20 episodes. We'll see how it goes. If it really takes off, I'll keep on doing it. If it doesn't, put that stuff out there, let it grow. It's really great content. I'm really throwing a lot of energy into it and let that grow passively, guys. Is the American dream dead living in LA? Depends what the American dream to you is. I mean, for me, I'll tell you why I love LA. Like, I don't like LA traffic. I don't really deal with too many LA people anymore, to be honest with you. Of course, like a lot of my friends are. Obviously, I have friends, but the friends I have are all transplants. They're all really good people, so I never had a problem with that. But the number one thing I love about LA is having world-class jiu-jitsu. That's so important to me. Really great weather that affects my mood. Being sunny most of the time, like that's amazing. Although everything's like on fire right now, it's all good. And third thing that is really important to me is like, well, again, fitness, the location of everything, really great food and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not really a foodie, but like honestly, to get healthy food and just go to any grocery store and have like kombucha. I mean, now it's like pretty nationwide, but at first it was like really the new trends. All the new stuff starts here in LA. It tends to start here here in LA and then spreads across the country. So I just thought that was really like, that's why I love LA, man. And I meet a lot of entrepreneurs here, man. A lot of entrepreneurs too, but there's no hate, man. Like everybody got to start somewhere. So I just meet a lot of interesting people here, and yeah, man, that's why I love. For me, it's not dead. I love LA. I just enjoy it. And yo, if you're in that 626 area, then you got some of the best boba in town too. So it's pretty good. Make it rain Mondays. Yeah, lol. Yeah, I came up with that off the top of my head. Not gonna lie, I was listening to a lot of ATL tracks from like the strip club joints and stuff like that. So make it rain Mondays it is, man. Do you still work as a high ticket closer? Actually, yes. JC the Black Guy. That is my full-time, like that's my full-time thing, my main money maker. I have different clients, I run different teams. Some of them, it's been kind of a slow period this recently. Like I think 2 weeks ago I was on fire, but recently it's just been slowing down. Not because of skill, but because like here's the thing that people don't realize. With closing, you can make like your whole entire income, like your whole month's income in just one day. But sometimes when the leads aren't that good, or if it's a lot of ups and downs with the marketing or something happens to ads, like literally you could see almost nothing for a whole week sometimes, you know. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much. I mean, this week it's been, I think that's pretty much been the case, but in general, like it's always been pretty steady. But you know, experienced closers tell me that it's a very seasonal business. Like around this time it's not too hot because the holidays are around the corner, people are saving for Christmas and all that and stuff. So it's really important to just save your money and have a mind of abundance, baby. Yeah. The gym is life to me right now. Gives you a clear mind and confidence. That is true. And I will tell you this, man, like how I like to do it is like, I like to have my chill workouts and my intense workouts. All my MMA stuff is super intense, man. Like Muay Thai is hella intense. I spent 2.5 hours at the Muay Thai gym. I never spend that much time there. It's probably counterproductive, but just working the techniques and stuff, my striking is so bad. It is so bad. I was just like, damn, I'm going to get killed at Dan Pena's QLA seminar. Also, this week I've been working on Dan Pena's QLA like documentation stuff, just finalizing my application to send out to him, and really getting excited for Scotland, guys. So yeah. The Baby has been on my playlist since Shug came out. Lol. I'm seriously considering HTC program. I hope I can make the money back in the first 1 or 2 months. I'll be honest, man. HTC has changed a lot. Like, I think the price has increased to like 10K, bud. So you might be out of luck if you're expecting it to be 2,500. I don't know anything about the new seasons or anything like that. So we'll just see, man. I mean, I'm going to keep my eye out on it and see like what's up with the new stuff, man. But it's different, man. But yeah, man. As far as making your money back, some people do it really quickly. Some people don't. It really depends how fast you can find a client, man. So it's really client-based work. And but the good thing is once you're really good, like people will always go to you for gigs and stuff and want you close for them because I mean think about it like this. Any business, like you're essentially the rainmaker, man. You make it rain Mondays, Tuesday, one day, Thursday, Friday, every day. Yeah, Jose says have that abundance mindset. Yeah, man, it's been very interesting, man. Like, so if you guys don't know, I've actually been doing hypnotherapy like sessions as well. And really, it's one thing to understand abundance mindset, but to really accept it, man, it's different. Because I'll tell you this, the huge stumbling blocks for me, like doing Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, weren't actually like, oh, I'm too tired today. Well, part of it was I was like too tired today or something like that. Honestly, like paying almost $500 on fitness total per month, or not 500, probably closer to 400, but or 300 or something like that, is insane for me. Like my family, you gotta realize my background. My family was not the type that went to the gym. They never prioritized fitness over anything, right? If you look at most of my family, they're overweight. They don't take care of themselves. They're not fit at all. And I was not grown up with like, hey, sports and exercise are important, right? Like, I mean, that's why my dad passed away at 70, because he didn't take care of himself. And, like this is something that is relatively new concept for me. And to undo all that programming of like, oh, money's more important than health, that's such bullshit. And it's really, really hard to kind of undo that mindset. So, like being able to get past that, hey, I mean, money's money, but at the end of the day, my health is everything. If I'm not in a good mindset, if I don't have my health, money doesn't mean jack shit, right? It affects actually how much money I can make, because the more energy that I have, the better I can perform, especially when you're in a state business like sales or high ticket sales or anything like that. You need to make sure that you're positive. You need to make sure that you're energetic. You need to make sure that all the other areas of your life are taken care of, because how the hell can you take care of someone else if you're not even in a good place yourself? So that is something that I'm always like, I've just been noticing. I've been a lot happier. I feel like I don't have this dread anymore of like, oh man, I want to do yoga, I want to do Muay Thai, but I just haven't been able to go. Guys, I'm telling you, like when I was like really struggling, like when I would literally go outside the Muay Thai gym and just be like, stand outside in front of the gate and just like, no, I don't want to do this today. And I would go back and fucking eat tacos, man. That's how embarrassing. That's freaking embarrassing, man. Like to become so close, but that's kind of like what I've been battling through. And I think this week, even there's so many times I want to bitch out yoga and Muay Thai this week, but I'm so proud of myself for just like sticking everything through and just seeing everything through, man. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but that was like my abundance mindset recently. Just being able to just accept that, it's okay to spend on your body and stuff like that too, man. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, a lot of changes recently going on in my life, man. It's been so freaking crazy. But one thing I've been just realizing is just like sometimes when you get so overwhelmed, you just got to take one step at a time. You can't focus on 10 billion things. I mean, like, for example, one of my clients, we've been having a lot of trouble like with the leads and stuff like that. And, some people are like panicking and stuff. I'm just like, dude, guys, just chill one step at a time. Don't focus too many steps ahead. Just tackle one thing at a time and try not. It's almost that ancient like stoic mentality where you only focus on the things that you actually have control with as well. Good for TY says, good for you. No longer in the retail hell. It's funny because I was thinking about my life prior to in pharmacy and stuff. And I was, because I did shoot some pharmacy videos a while ago. So I was actually looking at the pharmacy market and all that and talking to different pharmacy students that are in the like retail hell right now. And it's a tough time, man. People don't realize the high turnover rate. It's not like, you know how consulting, like, I'm not sure if you guys know anything about consulting. I just found this out recently, but I mean, it's like, it's a high turnover rate, right? And it's usually when you get burnt out at like one of the big four, then you go jump to another one, to another one, to another one. And there's smaller boutique, like like consulting companies, right? But pharmacy, there really is not, it's very similar sort of, but I think these days, like, you know, Walgreens isn't doing too hot. um Walgreens isn't doing too hot. CVS is like the one kind of killing it right now, just because they pretty much own the whole chain, like A through Z. They have third party, they have specialty, they have retail, they have so many different options, right? Walmart's not doing too hot. A lot of pharmacies are not doing too hot right now, and I mean, it really worries me because when like feels like pharmacy begin to kind of monopolize or whatever, when there's just a few options, man, it can mean really bad working conditions for us, man, like us pharmacists. So I'm a little bit worried for the new class, and I'm not surprised that people feel burnt out. And it really doesn't help feeling stuck with all these student loans too, because you know, it's not uncommon to come out with 200K worth of debt after school and stuff like that as well. And to be stuck at a job or a retail job that you don't even like, that's hell, man. So I feel you, y'all. By the way, shameless plug, guys, make sure to hit the like button so this video gets so the algorithm favors it, especially with the revival of my channel, man. I just want to make sure that I start off on a really great foot, that YouTube favors, like, will spread that YouTube love, and so I can hit that 10K on this personal channel, man. So Peter Huynh says, how many deep relationships do you have? I feel like all my relationships feel so surface level, and I feel lonely. Do you mean romantic or like friendships? As far as like friendships, man, like deep, like romantic relationships, I've had like quite a few, but like honestly, if you're talking about, it sounds like you're talking more about like friends and stuff like that. Yeah, with my friends, like honestly, I feel like I have a lot of deep relationships, man. And I feel like a lot of the time it's, man, it's, I don't know what it is. People say that I have this kind of natural gift of just opening up to people and stuff like that, but what I find is that when you're open about like a lot of different things yourself, right? When you're not so self-conscious about like how people are going to react, because here's the truth, most people aren't going to be douchebags. If you're going through a tough time and you share that and you ask for advice from someone, chances are they're not going to be a dick and be like, oh, you fucking suck, eat a dick. If that is the case, then don't hang out with those people anymore. But in general, I feel like I have a lot of deep relationships. I think the best way to have those deep relationships is really to do one-on-ones, man. So every single week, it's literally on my, actually, you know what, I'll post it, hold on, I think it's refugeehustle.com/habit tracker. Let me take a look at this really quick. Yeah, cool. So this is my current habit tracker right now, but you will see, this is my real one. You will see, where is it called? Personal, where is it? I have like personal, oh, relationships, right? Grab dinner with or coffee with a friend and just like making the effort. See, relationships take effort, guys. Like, it's not easy, but I think they're so essential for feeling fulfilled. That's part of my like rich lifestyle. The last, like, that's the acronym: remote, being remote, scale it, impactful, not only with impact, wait, what was the word? Fuck, I totally forgot. But the H is like hustling with homies, having people that you can go to, that people that want the best for you and you want the best for them. Those are the best relationships ever, man. Like, I feel like I've always felt rich with relationships, but it all starts with just meeting the first person, right? And just getting close to one person, and then like asking them, hey, I'm new in the area, do you mind connecting me to like-minded people? they connect you to them, and then you connect those people together. It just spirals from there to the point where you can't friend everyone. It's difficult to manage it. Like but usually there's friends I meet like quarterly, man, and just we just kick it. And the great thing about relationships is that once you set the foundation, you guys can come back like 3 years, 5 years later, and it'll feel the same way. I've never had a problem with that, right? So yeah. Sup bruh, says young Buddha. You still in debt, man? I would say technically I am in debt with the whole student loans and stuff, but like I said, it's all about making sure that your return on investment is higher than the interest rate. So right now it's like, yes, I am in debt, but just paying it off slowly because I'm reinvesting that money right now. And of course, I did take out some loans to start up a new business as well for a high ticket programs as well. So you guys will be seeing that very soon. Would you do pharmacy or tech? Says Jose Lorenzo Rodriguez. And by the way, young Buddha, make sure to hit that like button, son. But as far as pharmacy or tech, man, it really depends. Like I think a lot of time people are thinking about, okay, what opportunity is good, but people don't take it, like they forget to ask themselves one step further and ask themselves, what would be good for me, right? What is a good career path for myself, right? And what would I be good at? Because not everybody is like analytical, not everybody thinks the same way, everybody has their different strengths, right? That's just the truth, right? And so I mean, it really depends on what you want to do, what lifestyle you want to do. I'm telling you this, if you want a remote lifestyle, it's pretty shitty, like with pharmacy, right? If you want to have income that is scalable, if you're practicing traditional pharmacy, you're going to be capped, right? That's just a fact of the matter, right? I probably would not recommend pharmacy based off of right now. It depends what type of tech you want to do. I mean, tech is like so broad, right? There's so many different things you can go into, but yeah. TY says pharmacy equals bad investment. I'm super committed to getting rich, but it doesn't happen by next week. I will give up. That's so funny. Yeah, man. I mean, like, here's the thing. People like, especially like us young people, man, I feel like we have this expectation that we just want to get rich as soon as possible, but we never see the reps that people put in, like all these small subtle skills that people put in, man. Like I'm learning right now, like I'm a pretty shitty manager, man. And I've been really working on over the last year. I've been kind of working on my leadership skills, management skills, communication skills. It's really, I thought I was always decent at it, and for me, I can learn pretty damn quickly, but still there's like it's hard, man. So I don't believe, like, even with young kids and stuff, I don't think, like, they might be really good at one area, maybe marketing or sales or something like that. They really kill it in one area, but honestly, it's really experience that takes you to the next level. That's why, whenever I see a young entrepreneur, I'm like, oh, great, they're really good at this one skill. But chances are, if they want to lead a team or anything like that, that's something experience can only teach. And I see it so often with these young entrepreneurs, man. They're really good at one aspect of the business, right? Maybe, like I said, marketing or something like that. But when it comes down to people management, you cannot replace experience, and you have to be humble enough to realize that there's probably people better at managing people than you are, and to put your ego to the side, right? It's not about throwing numbers at a problem at the end of the day. So it's been really, really interesting, man, this whole last year. I feel like my friend Tom has really been drilling like consulting 101 in my head. And I just learned something new every single day, man. So, yeah. Read the 21 Laws of Leadership. Do I have that book? I'm pretty sure I might have it. I have like a lot of books, guys. And you know what's really interesting? I'm planning to sell a lot of my books, at least the books that don't really serve me anymore. Like I have so many books, like it's crazy. I don't want to be lugging so many books around. I probably will sell like a lot of them as well. But yes, and here's the thing too. Who is 21 Laws of Leadership by? It sounds so familiar. 21 Laws of Leadership. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I have this. John Maxwell. I do have this book. I recognize the cover and stuff. But it's one thing to I'll tell you this, man. So if you guys don't see it, it's this book over here. But it's one thing to have the intellectual knowledge of leadership, man. I've read a lot of books. I've read like Jocko Willing's like Extreme Ownership. I think I read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership like a long time ago, probably like maybe 5 years ago, maybe. You know, it's one thing to read intellectually, know all this sort of stuff, but it's another thing to actually apply it, man. So maybe that is a good refresher though, like to be honest with you, especially with everything I'm going through right now. So yeah. The biggest problem with dealing with people is that when they're not as enthusiastic as I am about something, I'm just super confused by it, laugh my ass off. Well, here's the truth, man. Like, it's difficult because sometimes we make the assumption that everyone is like us, right? We come in with that bias, but every great consultant that I know, like for example, my friend Tom, he takes the time to understand everyone's situation, like before making a recommendation, before anything. He's always like, he's very cautious. Handing out like advice like willy-nilly, not like me, right? So he like, it's important to understand what people's own motivations are. Some people are more security based, right? They don't care about being an entrepreneur. It's not in their, they just don't want something. They just want something stable. That's going to motivate someone different who's really motivated by being like quote unquote successful, and who's more not ego driven, but who wants to prove something to people around them. You're speaking to different people, and this is where the four like well, Dan Locke calls it the four gems, personality gems. In consulting, they have the TRACOM. What is it called? The TRACOM. I don't know. TRACOM, like for decision, like it's basically how people make decisions. It's all differently, right? Some people are more analytical. Some people are more expressive, and expressive is like, hey, I feel like this is the XYZ. We should do this, right? There's the drivers in life where it's just like, hey, I want it done. I don't care how it's done. Let's just get it done. And then there's the amiable, meaning people make decisions based off of everyone else and stuff like that as well, right? So if you got four amiable people in a room, you guys are trying to go out to dinner, you're never going to figure it out. I mean, that's what happens with me and Tom half the time. Hey, where do you want to eat? Oh, I don't know. Where do you want to eat? We fucking just like sit there forever just asking each other, where do you want to eat, man? So it's pretty fucking crazy, man. Yeah. Whew, man, I am getting not winded, but man, I'm getting tired. Must be like, dude, I'm looking outside right now. It's pitch dark. It's only 6:48, guys. That is freaking crazy. 6:48 and it's pitch dark, man. So kind of miss the summertime vibes, man. I wish I went like hiking earlier today too, man. Did I watch UFC 244? Says AZ. Masvidal. I only watched Masvidal versus Nate, and too bad about the cut over the eye, man. It's something about Nate, man. He has so much scar tissue and stuff that like whenever he gets hit, he starts bleeding like crazy. But that was a pretty nasty cut over the on top and underneath his eye. But I was kind of bummed out. I kind of want to see like more like it go later into the round and stuff like that. I really feel like Nate is that type of guy who really turns it up later in the rounds as well. He's an endurance guy, but Masvidal is pretty fucking good, and he's hella entertaining, man. I was watching the post-fight commentary or like the interview, and he was eating pizza, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here unless someone more pizza, man, more pizza." He's fucking funny, dude. I don't know. He's such a great entertainer, and yeah. So I didn't watch all the fights, but definitely watched that one really quickly. So yeah. Nate Diaz calling out The Rock. Dude, I was like, dude, is that The Rock? I didn't even know. I was like, dude, that guy looks like The Rock. And I was like, oh shit, it is The Rock, man. So it's so crazy, man. In this, I think we can learn something a lot about them. They have such a great curiosity hook about getting attention, keeping eyes on you. And that's great content right there, man. I mean, even though it's probably like a lot of it is like kind of fake and overdone and like really, I don't know, but I just thought it was really interesting. And I thought I was like, man, I was really rooting for Nate. I really like Nate a lot. He's just like a bad motherfucker, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. Like the only way that you're gonna beat Nate is if you knock him out or something like that, or you choke him out. He's never gonna tap. He's not gonna do any of that sort of shit, bro. Like he's such a beast, man. So he actually trains at my gym too. So I've been going to the Yard in the Yard Muay Thai in, I don't know where it is. Is it considered East LA? I don't even know. But I've been going there a lot. Pretty fun there too, man. Nate apparently like goes there every once in a while. But it is like it's what do they call it? Not burner gym. I can't remember. But it's a grinder gym or whatever. It's pretty tough, man, and I've been sticking through it. Thank God I still do jiu-jitsu. Because if I didn't, I'd be really out of shape. Thank God I do jiu-jitsu, because if I didn't do jiu-jitsu, my hip flexibility for yoga would suck ass too, man. So yeah. Armored Ghost says, where do people congregate nowadays? I don't even know, man. Like yesterday I was supposed to go to the club with my friends. I ended up not going because I was just really tired after my friend's like celebration dinner. That's one thing too. Like since I wake up early, man, I get so tired these days, and since I like do some work every single day, I just never have the time off. So, one of the things I really want to transition into is getting my weekends back, man, and not having to work on weekends and just chill. Like right now I'm doing like 7 days a week. It's not that much, right? But I think one of the habits I'm going to pick up next year is just like being able to turn off. And I'm not sure if Dan Pena will even let me. He'll be like, no, fuck you, you little like you cunt or whatever. Like he's going to say what he's going to say. But yeah. Seton says, recently hit rock bottom. Look at my midterm grades. Any ways to bounce back? Sorry to hear that, man. I mean, here's the truth, Seton. There's a lot of factors that go into it, man. But I would say don't beat yourself up. Just try to figure out the root cause of everything. Just analyze it. And I don't know what kind of if it's midterm grades, then you've known that it's been happening for a while. And I don't know how you're assessed. Is it multiple choice? Is it short answer? What class? So many different things, man. And just I think the number one thing that got me depressed back when I was in school was just knowing that I sucked and not knowing what to do about it. So maybe go to your professor or teacher or whatever, ask him what you would do in his situation, right? And try go there, build some rapport with the teacher, man, and get some sympathy points. No, but seriously, really kind of analyzing where are you going wrong, what questions are you getting wrong. I'm not sure if you actually get your exams back or anything like that, but it's really, that's a really it's really tough, man. We all go through it. Don't sweat over just one grade, but also don't let it go. Don't let it go. Just really figure out the root cause and just figure out, hey, what was I studying for on the exam, and what was actually on the exam, right? Was a lot of it in the textbook, or was a lot more of it covered during class and really doing an audit? I would really suggest that you read those, like these two books. I have them right here. I found them really useful, but How to Become a Straight A Student and How to Win at College. So these are really great books by Cal Newport, one of my favorite classic ones. So I use it for project management these days too. So yeah, sorry to hear that, Sutton. If you want to give me more info about your sitch, I'm more than happy to help you if I can, bro. So okay, let's go back to the comments. Fuck, hold on, here we go. Do you take any recommended supplements that have helped me over the years? So here's the thing, I used to sell a lot of supplements a lot of the time, and recently I've been getting a lot more into herbal medicine and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of turmeric. I've been doing a lot of maca root as well, just because I'm getting older and I want to make sure that, I go through a lot of stress, right? So I'm really into a lot of what are they called? Adaptogens. So I've been playing with ashwagandha, I've been playing with tulsi, I've been playing with rhodiola, stuff like that. I used to do, like, you name the supplement, I've probably done it in the past, like creatine. I used to do that a lot. These days I don't, just because, like, honestly, I think it really comes down to making sure that I have enough diet. I played with a lot of nootropics. Those are really fun too, like making sure, like smart drugs and stuff like that. Paracetam, all that. I've experimented with that, but long term, I just want to make sure that I just focus on the key core components, man. Making sure that my diet's on point, and making sure that my energy stays on point too. Because if I don't have the energy, there's so many times where I just lied in bed and I was just so tired where I couldn't get up and do things, right? And that's when you don't have energy, man. It just makes everything so much harder. So I just try and make sure I get enough sleep as well. That makes sense. But I take magnesium, multivitamins, all that. So if you got a question about a certain one, let me know, man. Maybe I can give my input on it too. Did you take calculus, man? Yeah, I did. I took multivar. And yeah, I used to be pretty damn good at calculus too, man. So fun fact. By the way, for those 5 people who haven't liked this video, make sure to hit that like button, son. We'll really appreciate it. It would make my day. Are you going to strip live stream when you hit 10K subs? No. Let's be real. I don't think no one would really want to see me strip, to be honest with you. And that's the quickest way to get demonetized, because I'm not no hot girl or anything like that. Thank you for the like, by the way. Appreciate it, guys. Where's your colleague, Angela? Angela, I think she's like on her honeymoon or something like that. I think she recently got married and stuff, so she's like traveling and stuff like that. So I haven't really chilled with her that much. I chilled with her maybe like about a month ago. So yeah, adaptogens. Yeah, like seriously, I've been doing a lot of. Oh man, the likes are coming in. Thank you, y'all. Yeah, adaptogens are great, man. Like I'm telling you, ashwagandha has really changed my life, because I was literally sitting. I remember like when I went back to Boston in July or whatever, I'd be so tired. It's like that feeling where you're awake, but you're not completely awake. You're like really sleepy. It's almost like you feel like you're in a zombie state, and that's how I felt all the time. And when I started taking like adaptogens and stuff like that, that really helped me like kind of get over that hump of my life. And I was having a lot of trouble like waking up in the morning and working out. It was really, really tough. My CNS just felt fried all the time, man. So yeah. Just ran out ashwagandha. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Is anybody else into herbal medicine or anything like that, or supplements and stuff like that? I'm kind of curious. What are you guys taking, man? I'd love to kind of hear like what y'all are taking as well. But yeah. And I like, if you're kind of curious about my story about getting into supplements, it was because I used to work at GNC. So that really that started everything. I used to go into forums, just read about these different supplements. I'm not the same type. I don't do that anymore per se, because I've really focused on trying to minimize my life a lot, and a lot of those supplements. I mean, here's the thing: a lot of it is just marketing hype too. Made by same manufacturer. I used to sell this stuff, so there's only a certain amount of manufacturers in the country, right? A lot of them are coming from the same place. The only thing that's different is just marketing, and you can just get the bulk powders too, and it's the same thing, guys, at the end of the day, right? CBD says Jose. Awesome, man. My mom was actually asking about CBD the other day too and stuff. She was like, "What is that?" And I was like, I said in Chinese. I was like, "Yeah, big." Like, I said in Chinese, and she's like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Don't worry, you won't get high off of it." Phenobut for sleep sometimes. Vitamin D, tyrosine. Oh yeah, I've taken tyrosine too. Iodine, I don't do any iodine. I do CoQ10 too, so that's awesome, man. Glad to hear you guys are taking care of yourself too. 10 mgs of CBD, 200 milligrams of DMT. That's funny. Love it. I always ate a bowl of oats with milk and honey before going to the gym. I mean, DXM. What's DXM? Dextromethorphan? I think that I haven't been out of pharmacy that long, man. Creatine says Armor Ghost. Cool. Awesome. So we got Jose robo tripping. Great. But yeah, creatine is great stuff too, man. Creatine is just like, I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's not like it's tasteless, all that sort of stuff, but I just forget to take it, man. Like, I always forget to take it, and that's why I stopped taking creatine at some point, man. So that's really cool to see that you guys are into supplements. I've taken pretty much all those things. No CBD, or I'm not a robo tripper, but I usually intermittent fast when I go to the gym. So even when I'm doing Muay Thai and stuff like that, or jujitsu or lifting, I'm always like fasted usually, just because once I eat, I'm not sure if you guys ever go through this as well, but once I eat, I just get really, really, really tired, right? Super, super tired. And yeah. William asked me, have you ever robo tripped? No, I was never really into drugs, man. Here's the thing, like, I don't even drink, right? So I think that kind of tells you the type of person I am. I've never drank, I never smoked weed, I've never done any of that sort of stuff. So robo tripping definitely was not my thing. Taking recreational drugs, never my thing either, man. So nothing against it, but I mean, it's just not what I'm into at all, man. So all right, guys, any last questions? I'll let you type it into stream really quick before I head out, because we're at 42 minutes. I'm kind of hungry. I want to grab something before I meet up with my client, like, because my client's actually in Australia, so I have to talk to him a bit later. But any last comments, guys? Show your abs. I have no abs right now. No abs at all. I pirated HCC stuff. How can I land an influencer? Good luck, man. Flex, says William. Is it true that vaping juicy without have no idea what your question is, unknown. But yeah. But any other questions, guys? I'll leave it open for like about 30 more seconds, or I think might be a delay. But as far as the stream, guys, like, dude, I'm really glad that my streams have been taking off. Like, surprisingly, I thought my YouTube channel would just tank if I did streams all the time, but people really like the streams a lot more than my regular videos. So that's why I stopped for a long time as well, right? XXX Jat says, how can I land an influencer? Man, good luck, man. You're fucked, man. If you're stealing intellectual property, man, that's always it's gonna be tough, man. Can I really make money with HTC every single month? I mean, closing is a real business model, man. Like, it's totally possible. I mean, that's how I make my living right now, doing closing. And I think it's a really solid way, especially if you're a high income earner and you're very driven. It's a really solid business model, right? Streams over TV. Love it, y'all. That's awesome, man. Good luck, man. Says XX. Yeah. Vaping without nicotine. Yeah, I've heard so I'm not a big vapor either, but I've heard a lot of like my friend tells me that he has like the juices without nicotine and stuff too. I'm pretty sure that you can have it without that, but I don't really know. I'm not really a vapor either, man. So, it's bad, man. RH RH over Fox News. Yeah, thanks guys. Dude, you know what's been interesting? I've actually been working on something for Refugee Hustle recently, making a really solid, like not course per se, but solid like email sequence that really is going to help people feel a lot better and feel happier with their lives, man. I was actually really inspired by Joe, and ever since I made the decision for Refugee Hustle not to like really sell a course on there, it's just freed up my mind so much. And I don't know what I'm gonna launch quite yet, but I've been sketching it out for most of the day, and I'm gonna create something really really solid for a lot of people. I just want to give as much to back to the community as I can, man. And I think the thing that I'm working on, like especially with my knowledge about high ticket programs now, I think I can create something pretty solid, but we'll see, man. um all right, guys. So I will talk to you guys later. People are headed out. Appreciate the love. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I stream every single for those watching the replay. I stream every single weekend on Sunday around 6 p.m. I just try to shoot for 6 p.m. Sometimes I might be running late, like I ran late 10 minutes today. But yeah, guys, catch you next time. If there's any specific topics, video topics, or anything like that, go Refugee Hustle, click on got questions, and shoot me questions there. All right, I will see you later, fam. Take care. Peace, mother people. Smash.